What do you do when you're angry at someone? Really angry at them? Do you yell? Do you throw a punch? Do you cut them out of your life completely? That's what God is ready to do in Parshat Ki Tisa. Just weeks after God revealed God's self on Mount Sinai, Moses has gone up the mountain to receive the instruction directly from God. The people have grown restless, they've grown worried, they don't know what happened to Moses, and they demand from Aaron that he make for them a god, make for them an idol. And so Aaron makes for them the infamous golden calf. And God is furious, rightly so. After all of what God has done for the people, this is the treatment that they get. When the calf is brought out, Aaron says, "This is your God." And they say, "This is God who took us out of Egypt." How could God not be angry? And so God says to Moses, "Ra'iti et ha'am hazeh, v'hineh am kashe orefu." I have seen this people, and they are a stiff-necked people. Stiff-necked, it might mean that they are stubborn, or that they are arrogant, or like someone who won't even turn their head around when you call out their name. They just plain won't listen. Ve'ata hanichali, says God. Now let me alone, leave me be. Vayichar api vahem va'achlam va'aseh otcha legoy gadol. Leave me alone, and let my anger blaze out, and I will destroy them, says God. And you, Moses, you're the only one who loves me. I'll make you into a great nation instead. Now, Moses is usually very good at listening to God, but here Moses doesn't listen at all. Instead, immediately Moses falls into prayer and supplication. God, think about what the Egyptians will say. You brought them out here just to destroy them? God, think about the relationship that you had with our forebears, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. For their sake, you don't want to do this. God, you don't want to do this. And God calms down. Now, it can feel really good to be angry, especially when the other person has really wronged you, when it's clear that they have misstepped and they have hurt you, they have injured you, they have damaged you. It can feel good to be righteously angry. But God already knows when God starts talking that the product of anger is destruction. God says, "Leave me alone, let me be angry so that I can destroy them." But Moses doesn't let God do it. Instead, Moses acts as a calming presence. We read in the Midrash that it envisions God saying, "When I win an argument with my children," meaning with human beings, "I lose. And when I lose the argument, I win." Think about other examples of when God is angry and arguing in the Torah. That when God is arguing with Abraham, God wins that argument. There are no righteous people in Sodom and Gomorrah, and God destroys Sodom and Gomorrah. But for Moses wins his argument, and God's anger is abated, and the people are saved, and the destruction doesn't happen. Instead, the people get a chance to repent, to apologize, to do tshuva. When God says, "Leave me alone and let me be," we can even hear that as God telling Moses, "I need help. I need you to calm me down. I need you to listen to me, to hear my anger." Because God is right to be angry, but it's not okay for God to destroy everything. The same happens with us. What do you do when somebody wrongs you? What do you do when you are so furious at them you could just destroy the entire relationship? I never want to talk to that person again. I don't want them in my life. I don't need them. Maybe I'm ready to throw a fist. It's okay to feel angry. It can be right to feel angry, but to act on that anger is something that has to be treated very, very carefully. So I ask you, who for you is your Moses? When you are furious, and even righteously so, who do you turn to? Who can you turn to? Maybe it's a partner. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's a child, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's a rabbi. But make sure that you have for yourself a Moses, someone who will listen to your anger as Moses listens to God's anger, but who can turn you away from that anger, remind you, this is not who you are, this isn't who you want to be. Do you really want to destroy everything that you've built with this person, that relationship until now? And instead, let yourself be calmed and create an opportunity for the other person to apologize, for tshuva to be done, so that a healthy relationship can blossom in place of the one that has been damaged. I encourage you to find your Moses and to let yourself lose the argument. When we do